Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Horn Lake, like my whole life, 1st through 12th grade. I was an Eagle, so.
Tell us about your family.
My family, I'm very close to my family. I'm the oldest of 4, and we all went here to school here, but we're very close in age, like we're all 2 years apart. My parents, they grew up here too, so pretty much this is my community, you know.
Tell us about your years in high school.
I loved my years in high school. I was really involved. I just learned so much from the teachers and, you know, who mentored me, really. I think that's what led me to be doing what I am now, you know.
What was a pivotal moment in your teenage years?
Pivotal moment, like the biggest one would have probably been, you know, just being from, you know, growing up here, and then when I left for college. Like, that was a big change. And I don't think anyone really prepares you for that. Like, you know, from being so comfortable with who you are, and then all of a sudden, chapter changes. And so that was probably the biggest change for me.
What jobs did you have in high school?
I always say this, my first career, restaurants. Like, before I got into education, I waited tables for about 10 years, though. So I learned a lot. I learned a lot about people through that.
Tell us about your college experience.
I went to Ole Miss, to University of Mississippi. I lived down there. That was a great experience, though, because I really did figure out who I was in college. Just because you are independent, you are separated from parents, and you get to figure out who you are.
How did you choose the college you attended?
Really, I think my influence was because I was the first in my family to go to college, so I was not sure of what direction that I wanted to go in. But many of my friends went there, and I had some older friends who had already graduated who had gone down there, and I'd visited, and I felt really comfortable there. So that was how I made my decision.
Did you always plan on being a counselor?
Well, first, I didn't know that I was going to go into education. So my bachelor's was in English literature. I love writing. And I did like my minor in psychology because I was interested in that. It happened that like I came back after I graduated, and I talked to my old principal here, and he was like, "Have you ever thought about teaching?" And I was like, "No, I've never really thought about that." So we kind of went through the whole, he was like, "I want you to come back and interview." But I taught before I became a counselor. So I taught at Horn Lake High School for 10 years. I was an English teacher here. And then from there, it was like a natural progression because I helped students, like, you know, in a personal way as being a teacher. And so I just decided I wanted to do counseling then.
What's something outside of school that you're passionate about?
Well, I love to write, but I also I love to travel. That is my number one favorite thing to do. Anytime we have a break or anytime I have time to go, like one of my New Year's resolutions is always visit 2 new cities every year.
Tell us something you've always dreamed about doing.
My bucket list always includes travel. So when I retire one day, the plan is to I want to be like a nomad. I want to travel and just go see new places. I want to have a boat, and I want to like island hop in the Caribbean.
What's something you love about this school?
I love everything about Horn Lake. I do. That's going to get me emotional too. But I like working with you guys. I like working with the students. I see myself in you, and it is. I don't think there's nothing that I don't love about it.